Welcome to Be Super University. My name is Jake Newman. I'm a husband of one, father of two, and friend to all. I'm also an expert in behaviors and motivators, and I'm a master of helping others discover their inner superhero. Here at Be Super University, we help individuals maximize their potential by finding their inner superhero and understanding their superpowers. We also specialize in helping organizations fill gaps and understand how to have more effective communication, build stronger relationships, and have an enhanced culture with their team members. I love helping people grow and develop. I'm glad you're here with us today. I am so excited about the information that I want to share with you today. It's one of my passions. It's something I really feel strongly about, and I know that understanding this information will make you better for yourself and also better for those around you. Today we're going to talk about DISC, the science of behaviors. And I could talk for hours about DISC and all the different behaviors and all the different aspects, and I plan to do that over many videos to come. However, today we're going to go over just the basics, just the introduction to DISC, give you a little sample, help you understand a little bit more about it and how it might be able to help you. Let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, DISC it didn't start as DISC. It started with a man named William Marston back in the early 1900s. He wrote a book. He was a psychologist, and he wrote a book called Emotions of Normal People back in 1928. Fast forward to 30 or 40 years ago, people started to understand more about the science of behaviors that William Marston brought out in his book, and then DISC was born. A few different people took those thoughts and those examples, and they grew those, and they really became a science that has now really started to really help people understand more about themselves and those around them. But what is DISC? D-I-S-C. What does this mean? Well, first off, let's talk about these letters and what they mean. So DISC, dominance, D for dominance, I for influence, S for steadiness, and C for compliance. There's 4 factors that are brought out in the science of DISC. The first factor being with the D, dominance. That's how you respond to problems and challenges. With influence, that's how you influence others to your point of view. Steadiness, how you respond to pace of the environment. And compliance, how you respond to rules and procedures set by others. Everyone shares a piece of every part of this pie here, of the DISC pie. However, everyone also has a primary that they have stronger tendencies in compared to the others. And so that's typically what we see. When we're talking about behaviors, we're talking about the observable emotions, the tone, the gestures, the facial expressions of people, the sounds, the way they're talking, their pace. These are all things that tie into that observable behavior that every one of us has. So let's talk about and understand this a little bit better, and maybe even help you start to identify where you might be on this pie chart if you haven't ever taken one of these DISC assessments before. So first, on this side, the D and the I side, dominance and influence, this side has a fast pace. They talk fast. They move quickly. On the compliance and the steadiness side, these people tend to have a slow pace. Okay, they don't like to be pressured. They don't like to have to move quicker than they would like to. If we look at the dominance and compliance side, these types of people are task oriented. And on the influence and steadiness side, these people are people oriented. Doesn't mean somebody on this side can't care about people and somebody on this side can't care about tasks. However, that's what they favor most. So as we look at this, if once again to help identify who you are, what kind of behavior you match it with most, if you find yourself typically being a faster paced, a lot more urgency behind your step, and you see that you're focused more on the task at hand versus the people involved, hey, you might be in the dominance piece of the pie. If you find yourself preferring a slower pace, but you also care about the people more than the task at hand, hey, you might find yourself in the steadiness pie, a slice of pie. So what does this mean though? What do each of these mean? Well, just to give you a little snippet, there's a lot of characteristics and strengths with each of these. And so we're just going to talk about a few of them today and help you understand a little bit better. So people who fall into the dominance behavior, they have strong tendencies towards being ambitious, decisive, and direct with people. In influence, these types of people are more magnetic, more enthusiastic, and more friendly with people. And we're talking about the extreme right now. Everybody shares all of these aspects, but some people are more extreme than others depending on how high they fall into these different categories. For steadiness, these people tend to be patient, reliable, and relaxed. And then on the compliance, these people are neat, they're a perfectionist, and they're a lot more careful than other people. So as we look at DISC, as we start to understand what DISC means and how everybody shares a piece of this, it doesn't matter what country you live in, what language you speak, what culture you grew up with, we all share behaviors. It's been this way for thousands and thousands of years. And now, with the science and technology of today, we've really been able to emerge more into understanding this science of behavior. To me, once again, this is so cool and so exciting for me to be able to work with people and help them understand more about themselves, help them understand how to adapt and observe the people around them and notice these different behaviors in other people. And then ultimately, the level up that we're shooting for is to help you adapt to your surroundings, adapt to the people that you interact with, and have that better, more effective communication, build those stronger relationships with people. One thing to think about before we get to the close, I'm trying to keep this within 10 minutes. So if you've ever had frustrations with a coworker or with a significant other, that in a lot of cases could be behavior related. Behaviors, when we speak of behaviors, we're talking about this is how you do things. This is how you move forward with things, how you approach problems and challenges, how you influence others, how you prefer your environment, the pace, how you prefer to respond with those rules and procedures set by others. So this is how you do things. And so if you've ever been frustrated with people, if you've ever had people that you just click with, some people, you may not be clicking with me right now because I'm so excited and all over the place. I'm in this influence section. I have a lot of energy, I'm enthusiastic, I'm excited. I have a lot more videos to come. Once again, there's not enough time in the world to capture every piece of this information. If anything I said today was helpful for you, please subscribe, click down below and subscribe. Join me tomorrow for another video. If you find this information could be helpful for somebody you know or a team that you're on, please share this with them. I'm going to continue to produce these kind of videos. I'm here to help. I want to be the best I can for you. And if you're still watching, it's probably because you want to be better yourself. And we're one and the same. So please share. Please come back tomorrow. We'll see you around. And don't forget, care to share and be somebody's hero.